Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Evil Within. Let's see, what was I doing? I've taken a break, so trying to remember what was happening. I guess I came through the door with the tricky key and we're going down this cave system that is underground. Like, it's, unless I've completely forgotten, this is supposedly under the church. So the church had its thing, its mausoleum, and now we're in a cave system. And the chapter is called The Seed Planted. So now I'm walking towards chairs. And the chair just gets changed into a wheelchair. So did he seriously not see any of that action that was just happening? Of the whooshing around the side? Honestly, this twist can only happen like once per any story. And it's happened more than once. Lots of times now. This might be something from like Resident Evil 1 where the dogs jump through the windows. Let's go ahead and assume that that is the case. I don't have enough bullets really to take on dogs with a shotgun. Like, that is pretty much the cinematic scene from RE1, is dogs jumping through a hallway that you walk through safely once, and then the second time it's not so safe. And it gets repeated in some form or fashion, or referenced, I think, in most of the Resident Evil games go after that. And I assume that there's no real trick to looking at these pictures or anything. Let's see, we're going back into the room with the people plugged in.
Doc, what the hell is going on?
There's no time. I need to figure out how to reverse this if we're going to stop him.
Who? This Ruvik guy? Who the hell is he?
I'm sorry, I have to find this.
I can't help if you leave me in the dark, Doc. And you need me to help.
We're working on a method. How can I explain this? It's like linking brains together.
Is Ruvik part of him?
An electrochemical level, emotion, memory, perception, everything. Directly. It's unprecedented. The implications on psychology, on pharmaceuticals, on consciousness itself.
Are you serious? It's a fucking nightmare.
Well, I didn't say it was perfect. Especially not with such a unstable host.
So
Great. So your research partner is a psychopath.
the thing here is, it would have been helpful if he ranted about this.
Not exactly, no. All of us are contributing on some
Like,
level.
if he ranted about this stuff before we saw the world change and we had seen the equipment, we could write him off as just one of the potential,
I'd say he wants us dead.
one of the potential theoretical answers to something like this.
Doctor?
Like, because this has been the only solution presented, like, take that for what it means. That you kind of assume that this is true. Whereas I would prefer that there have been multiple red herrings and explanations. And it seems like you have a doorway here. That might have been the doorway I came in. Or a wall there that might have been what I came in on. Supposed to pick this up, clearly. We dropped off Lily on her first day of preschool this morning. She's a brave girl. She seems to like she'll be fine. Myra, God bless her for a tough 3 years. Raising a baby is a full-time job, and she's finally going to get the break she deserves. By break, I mean coming back to the KCPD Missing Persons Bureau. The amount of disappearances seems to be growing. If we don't get to the bottom of it soon, there won't be anyone left to investigate. They'll all be missing. I exaggerate, of course, but there's something going on in Crimson City that needs to be stopped. Myra will help see to that. She's damn good at her job and obviously happy to be back in her element. It's a little odd that you get introduced to Myra, the wife, and the daughter, and then you skip forward to her being 3 years old. Detective Castellanos here doesn't look that old, but it's also kind of necessary that Myra be at least of a certain age. If she was a baby and she was missing, then you can't bring her back as a character. She needs to be at least, 5 or 6 years old, which makes Castellanos this clearly is supposed to be a run section. And I can't see anything, so I'm just holding the stamina button and moving forward. And here we have Ruvek in the safe room again, so the safe room's not safe. And chapter 8 is done. What a disappointment. Like, literally nothing happened in that chapter. And if that was supposed to be like a plant monster, I don't see a reason to think of that as a plant monster. So yeah, we're now up to 16 hours because I left the game running, but apparently leaving the game paused doesn't really change the time, because there was a good 8 hours in between this save and this save. And you can even see that, I suppose, since it says last save. So clearly there was supposed to be more boss fights that they're shortening and stretching over multiple chapters. And I guess that area around the 3rd or 4th chapter, the city, that we were with the doctor and it was pushing us towards a certain direction. I suspect that there was a significant number of secrets and things I missed in there. And now we're in a completely different style of animation. It doesn't even look as good. We're being burned, which is the second time we've had that imagery.
Detective Castellanos.
Was that someone else's memories?
So the question is, who is this lady?
You were moaning in your sleep. Have a bad dream?
Like,
Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me! Let go of me!
so this time we can go in here.
Let go of me!
Please refrain from agitating the others.
Interesting. So there's... These are the other people connected to the brain. And I guess we're just never gonna get in there.
You don't look well at all.
Hmm. There's something new here.
Memories are vague things indeed.
Hmm.
It can be
Cockroaches crawling out of the face.
distorted by others. That is why they must be cherished.
I have to change guns to actually be able to see this. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that was probably not a smart move. Like, I don't think I'm safe now. Hmm. So... I'm not in control right now, so... Yeah, I imagine that whole section of was implying that I probably couldn't have upgraded. I assume I did everything I needed to do in there. If this game was going to get more complicated and make it so I have to kind of find my way through a maze in the safe room and different instances of the safe room where let's see, that would be something different, but I have such lowered expectations now of this game. It's done such a small amount of things. So is this...
I've seen that house somewhere.
Is this supposed to be the hospital? It kind of looks like the hospital.
I've never been here before, but...
Well, it seems like we're going to a creepy mansion. And shooting these birds has so far proven to be a waste of bullets. Camera controls are a little awkward, so running around this area and trying to see if there's something in this greenery isn't working very well. I'll take some shotgun shells though. The thing is that it's eventually going to get down to a question of, are we even going to fight Ruvik? Now, we've seen some story that maybe we are all multiple personalities Ruvik, but if that is the case, it really doesn't change the story much. In the end, you wouldn't want somebody who seems to be completely evil like Ruvik in charge of his own. And you can just walk right through those, okay? I would have guessed you wouldn't have been able to do something like that. More bullets. Unfortunately, because I've now learned you can just walk through these, that means you could probably just need to check this too. Clearly this is an example of them experimenting with putting in plants in the world, and then at a certain height, plants just don't work if they're obscuring the vision of the player. Here we go. And this doesn't seem like this is gonna turn into a fight section immediately. Instead, it's another instance of, I imagine I'll need to collect 3 keys to open it. The cruelest intentions. We saw this in RE6 also, so there's something in the way. Wow, that just clipped through the floor. There's something in the way that the Resident Evil games were developed, and the director took this style with them, where in one game you're going to have 3 different palette swaps of jars to break, walls to paint. It's probably not that necessary to have 3 different. Maybe you have 2 different throughout the whole game. Maybe you don't even need but 1 really solid palette. Seems like we're gonna have to flow blood into this mechanism. There's no, like, even look at it. The A button doesn't do anything. And anytime you're in a fake safe room, you run into a real safe room pretty quickly. Crimson Post, let's see, tragic fire kills child nanny in Crimson City, February 11th, 2012. And this was set in 2015, so that was like 3 years ago. Despite the KCFD's quick arrival and the best efforts of fast-spreading fire took the life of a young girl and a babysitter yesterday. Lily Castellanos, age 5, and her babysitter Juanita Flores, 56, were unable to escape the smoke and flames that quickly consumed the single-family home. Lily's parents, both detectives for the KCPD, rushed to the scene, but were too late to save their daughter from the flames. The blaze was finally defeated by the firefighters after several hours, but the home was completely destroyed. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but until initial findings point to a faulty electrical wiring, continued on page 8. So, his daughter's dead. Did he know any of that?
I knew it.
Like, seriously, did... And I don't get if somebody was killed or not, and that's why this is transforming, or if this is simply an instance of Ruvek just being able to take over more and more. And now we're seeing this symbol all over the walls, so no longer is it this numbering system.
Don't you think you should use your green gel?
So apparently even the game will prompt you to do that. Missing Ruben Victoriano, beloved son of a wealthy Victoriano family, has been not seen since a fire at his family estate. And the music has stopped playing, so I don't know if you really are safe here. Bodies found near countryside estate. Identification could take weeks. 4 mutilated bodies found just outside the Victoriano estate, the bodies appear to have various crude surgeries performed on them. So, who knows? I kind of wonder if there was, if in the new Game Plus, if this area would just stay looking the way it looks now. Or the way it looks at the end. Not making a lot of progress on the map. But I think we have a key, maybe two. Let's see. Try to get this to work. How much gel is that? 7,000. So that's another winner so far. So this one and this one should have probably been the first two I opened. Assuming these aren't randomized. So the room over in that section didn't change as much. Let's keep upgrading. I suppose there is a potential here where you could have had the safe room change and become creepier as you upgraded yourself, and then it might seem like there was more reason to that. Let's see, do I want to increase the syringe recovery, or do I want to consider like 3 more bullets, which probably wouldn't do too much. I think we are at the point where having a couple more, like doubling the number of shotgun shells I could carry, seems like a great idea, but is it? Because I'm low on shotgun shells right now. And increasing explosive bolts, not really needed. So I'm gonna go with this. We upgrade that. And we can't upgrade anything more. And then can't get clip capacity increased there, but we could increase the clip capacity on the shotgun. Or this. And can I upgrade anything here? Yes, sniper rifle ammunition. And that leaves me with 200 green gel, so I think I'm in a fine position for spending it kind of for no reason even. And I bet I couldn't have saved when I was here before. So let's go ahead and overwrite that. And then back into the game. I suppose it's nice there's no loading scene, or the loading scene is hidden in that animation. What is he doing? Apparently I just caught his attention, and I shouldn't have done that by kicking the door. So lower safe dial. The old safe dial is marked with the numbers 0 through 9. Thought it was going to tell me a real number. Apparently there is something to look at here. 2? Perhaps? Is somebody in here? Seems like Ruvek didn't like his family too much. I've gotta applaud this section. It's spooky. There's some actual spookiness here. I feel like starting with the previous section in the caves, there's been increases of sounds and sound effects. There's somebody over that way. And feels like there's a general attempt to be scary instead of just action-y. Which, okay, I'm happy with that. Can I crawl under this desk? No. Let's see, can I burn this body? That's a lot of damage. The upper dial is 0 to 24. And how many are there? Seriously? There's 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 11 and then 2. And is that all we needed? So you can kind of see where there's a problem even playing with the game system and with the bottles, because I have to hold down right bump and then pull left trigger and then pull right trigger all in one fashion. I guess the light does attract these guys. They're not particularly blind. That is more damage than I wanted to take. Let's just make sure we'll go ahead and use the stim pack. And now our stim packs seem to be effective at a higher rate than even I thought they would be. And if he gets near me, I just die. Good to know. And where does that put me? Puts me back at the safe thing. So I really can't enjoy this next section of gameplay, can I? I've got to just get the combination lock and be done with it, and just kind of run and gun and just kind of run through the whole thing, because Ruvek is just going to appear and he's an instant kill, which is not something I would appreciate, and certainly not something that's... I don't think there was anything in the Resident Evil series ever that was such an instant kill. You had the chainsaw people that would chop off your head if you were close to them, but you could still shoot them and take them out. Here, I don't think anything I do is going to kill Ruvek. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.